Today is Sunday, the 9/11, and it is the 21st anniversary of the planes flying in and bringing down the Twin Towers in New York City. And it reminded me that the stock market was closed for 4 days after it happened. And then there were some stocks that actually benefited from it. And now we're dealing with Vladimir Putin invading Ukraine and putting the nuclear plant in Ukraine in jeopardy, asking myself, why is he doing that? He's creating some energy warfare, and how can I benefit it? I know it's cold-hearted, but somebody's going to benefit from what he's doing, and I might as well cash in on it. So that's what I'm going to do in this video, is examine what's happening around me, in the world around me, and then analyzing it and saying, how can I profit in it, as some companies will benefit from Vladimir's act. That's what we're going to talk about in this video today.
Best of Us Investors presents Carrie Griegmeyer.
I know it's cold-hearted to ask yourself, how can you profit off of the pain and suffering that the people in Ukraine are already inflicted on, and what Europe's going to suffer from in the coming winter months, as the nuclear power that is being taken away through the shelling of the nuclear plant in Ukraine. It represents 50% of the energy that the Ukrainian people get, and since it was attached to the grid in March of the rest of Europe, it's going to affect the overwhelming power that the European nations receive as well. Then you add to that Vladimir has basically shut off the pipeline to bring gas and oil into Europe, in claiming that it's in retaliation, or that it's the effect of the restrictions and sanctions that the Western world has put on Russia. And so in essence, the fact that France, Germany, England, and the rest of Europe is going to freeze this summer is not his fault. It's the fault of the sanctions and the Western population. We know that is basically a lie, and it follows many lies that have been coming out of Russia in the past. So I'm saying, all right, I know this is happening. I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to have a major effect on Europe, which is going to ripple into the United States at some level. But there are going to be some stocks, whether they are European or Asian or in the United States, that are going to benefit from this. Their commodities, what they have on the shelf to sell, is going to be depleted, and thus the price will go up, which will increase the profits in the individual companies. And if I own them, I'm going to benefit from them. Much as from 9/11, the oil industry had a positive effect, as did the defense industry, as we moved into a very defensive and aggressive position through the invasion of Iraq, and then on into Afghanistan, and it basically supported the defense industry for some 15 years. With that in mind, I have to ask, as a long-term investor, what is this going to do to the stocks that I hold, and what is it going to do to some stocks that I don't hold? And in essence, what do I want to buy, sell, and hold? And right now, I want to focus with you on what I'm going to buy, at least my interpretation. This is not financial advice. This is Carrie's interpretation of what I should buy. And I think I should be buying some liquid natural gas companies, and anybody who's in that industry or has some avenues to play in that industry. And then I need to recognize that oil is going to be of benefit as well. And what oil companies, other than Occidental Petroleum, should I be looking at? I want to take you to my Moo charts and do some examination as to how I'm going to make that determination. Let's take a look. Okay, this is my Moo desktop app. And as you can see, it has my watch list over here. It has the chart, the company that I'm looking at currently, and that is LNG Cheniere Energy. It's a Louisiana company that basically takes the natural gas that is, for a lot of oil companies, a throwaway item in the past, and receives it and then freezes it down to below 256 degrees, I believe, at which point it turns into liquid. Once it turns into liquid, they can load it onto special ships and take it around the world. And my belief is that Europe, as a result of Vladimir Putin's actions, is going to be in desperate need of their product this coming winter. In fact, I'll show you where you can go to listen to their quarterly reports. They have basically a prediction they're going to sell everything that they can make through this winter. So I want to look for some other companies that do this. So let me give you my analysis of this. And to do this, I'm going to go up here where there's 4 arrows, and I'm going to open this chart up to a bigger view. And what I'm looking for now in the stocks that I want to own are those stocks that are above this red line, and that is the 200-day moving average. In other words, they are trending up. We're going to go into some difficult times. We've been in some difficult times, but we need to be buying stocks that are on an upward trend rather than a negative trend or just a static trend. You can see also the blue line is the 50-day moving average, and you can see that we have moved in and out of it, but we've maintained our control over the 200. And as effective of July 26th, Shinar is above both of them. This yellow line is the 9-day moving average, which basically is a trading. If you're day trading, that's where you're getting in and out. And as you can see, Shinar has had a little bit of a dip, that there's some money going away from it, and that's basically the market as a whole. But its overall movement is up. So when I go to that, then I want to ask myself, where can I find other companies? If there's going to be a shortage of natural gas and it's not available from Russia in Europe as it had been, or in China as it had been, as a matter of fact, I'll show you where you can go listen to the second quarter results, and the CEO tells they're entering into a contract with China through 2050 that they have a guarantee of liquid natural gas. They're not guaranteed what the price is, but they're guaranteed liquid natural gas. So this is the gold of past generations, the oil of past generations, because we're moving away from using oil, and most of your electrical plants are moving away from coal and going to natural gas. So now what I wanted to do was find out who else is in this area that I want to possibly invest in. So in order to do that, I'm going to go to my Seeking Alpha chart. And what I did was go to Shinera, and because I'm sold on it, and I wanted to find out, I can see here its market cap and its earnings per share and all that, and strong buys. But what I'm really interested in is who's its competition. And it's over here, I have EQ2 Corporation, which is one that I want to look at. And then I have another one. When I go to EQ2, I go to my description down here, and it confirms that it's in the liquid natural gas, and it's in that part of the industry that I want to be in. And I can go here and do some more research, and this is through Seeking Alpha. The other one that I kind of focused on was this one, Coterra. So I click on that, and I come over here, and I see that it's a market cap of about 23.6 billion. It's got a strong ratings of hold or buy. I come down here and I get confirmation that they are also in the oil and gas industry, and that they hold some gas reserves on the Marcella Shell, and then they also, I think I remember they had some on the Permian Basin. So this is also a company that then I want to I want to get into. I want to show you though. I want to go back to LNG and show you where you can go to find out or to learn and hear their quarterly reports. And it's got this emoji right here, this squiggly line with an above, and you can click on there and you can now play their call. And you can do this for each of the companies and build up your confidence that, yeah, this is where I want to be, and I want to own and understand. Now I want to go back and show you another feature on the Moo charts, and that is I'm going to open this up again to the full, and then I want to come over here to this VS, okay? And I click on there, and I've gone in, and I've already filled these in that I'm looking at the EQT and the TCRA, and I'm getting a one-year comparison. And what I've done is I'm looking at previous close. And so here I can see we start at a common point a year ago, September 15, 21, and what have they done? And you can see the best performer in the batch is the EQT, and I'll go to EQT and show you, and then here is Shannara, and this is Contera. So they're all going up. But let's close. So now I'm confident these are two others that I want to get further in. I'm already invested in Shannara. So here's my chart then on Moo that I've created on Contera Energy. And again, you can see it got a little bit more volatile, but nonetheless, it's above the red line. It's moved up and down through the 50-day, but again, it's a stock that has basically been trending up since about a year ago. Here we are at August 27th, and it's been recognized as a provider, I would believe, of natural gas, and then it took a pretty big dive. So on 6/9/22. So I'm going to do some more research and find out what exactly happened there. Did they miss their earnings, whatever, and then what caused it to rebound? And that I will make a decision as to whether I want to invest in it. Okay, that's the process I go to. And to kind of reiterate, I believe that we're in for some major change as a result of Vladimir Putin's action and Xi Jinping and the collapse of China. If you didn't watch my videos last week on the collapse of China, go find them and get a feel. You also then know that I have liquidated most of my large cap, big tech stocks. Amazon is the only one I still have some of. I didn't get the price I wanted last week, but I'm confident I will get it this week, and I'll be basically in cash and biotech. That being said, though, I am of the firm belief that our stock market is driven by events. The corona crisis was the most recent one, but now with China and Russia coming into play, there's going to be a growing amount of fear that's going to come to the market, and we're going to have, I believe, another 20% down. I'm confident I'm going to sit with my biotech because I don't want to miss the time when one of my editors or Caribou or CRISPR announce that they've found a cure for cancer or heart disease or Alzheimer's. I don't want to be sitting on the sideline on cash, so I'm going to hold them. But I honestly believe because of what's happening in those China and Russia, oil and natural gas are going to get some big play in reaction. Again, I want to go back to the first of the video when the planes hit the towers. You need to make the decision. What is the cause and the effect? When the coronavirus is announced and they're going to quarantine and put us all at home, you have to ask the question, what is going to be the cause and the effect? Every time that something disrupts the normal life, if you're an investor, you have to ask the question, what is the cause and what is the effect? And I believe the cause and effect is going to result in me making some money in oil and natural gas. I've researched it, I feel comfortable with it, and that's what I want to do. Now, I also want to say, supporters of my channel, which give me the ability to give you information and to run the Discord where we buy other people's opinions and share them with our Patreon members. The channel is supported by, as I've spoken about today, Seeking Alpha and Mumu. And they have offers for you. Check it out in the descriptions and support the channel if this is of value to you. And then I encourage you to become a part of our tribe. It's a collection of people that have a desire to make good investment decisions, keep more of what we make by understanding the tax code and adopting a goal to accumulate $12.25 million, because that's what the government will allow each of us to pass on to our heirs, estate tax-free. That's what Best of Us Investors is all about. That's what Kerry Grinkmeyer is all about. Subscribe, ring the bell, and do that other stuff you're supposed to do. Talk to you again tomorrow.